Good day everyone, I am Jeremy Ramos from BP2D and this is my answer in Activity 1 in Unit 6. And this is my answer in question number 1. The 4 important goal-setting principles practitioners should keep in mind when assisting an individual who wants to learn a particular skill. Based on the research on goal setting indicates that goal, and that is the challenging, attainable, realistic, and specific. These 4 goal setting principles have a big impact if we want to learn skills. For example, practitioners apply each of principle in assisting a person who is learning how to roller skate. First, need to realize that learning how to roller skate is not easy if you not have any experiences. There are many challenges before you achieve this kind of skill. Second is the attainable. In assisting, you must teach how to attain this kind of skill in easy way. For example, you can teach the basic skill first and step by step. And next is the realistic. After you teach the instruction and explain the basic skill, you must go in the realistic, and that is the applying of the knowledge. And last is the specific. If you assisting a person, you must give the right instruction and the things needed to learn the roller skate. And this is my answer in question number 2. The relationship among target skills, target behavior, and target context. When we say target skills, is the actual task individual needs to acquire in order to achieve their goals. And once target skills are identified, practitioners must determine the observable behavior that are associated with successful performance of those skills, and we call this target behavior. During instruction, practitioners should encourage learners to focus on one or more of this behavior, and practitioner must consider the target context in which learner wants to be able to produce their target skills. And now I'm going to give an example of a target skills, target behavior, and target context in billiard. If you attempt a shot in billiard, the target skill is how will you make a successful shot, and the target behavior in this act is the proper stance. Also, you must think of how other balls shoot in pocket without any violation. And the target context is when you are perform the target skills, and that is shoot the ball in the pocket successfully. And this is my answer in question number 3. The 3 categories of elements that might be shared by 2 motor skills is the movement elements, perceptual elements, and the conceptual elements. Let's discuss it. First, we have movement elements that deal with the movement patterns of various actions. For example, the wheelchair basketball and wheelchair floor hockey involve movement patterns that are quite similar, because these 2 skills are the same because they same use wheelchair in that skill. Also, they same because of the passing, shooting in the target goal. Next is the perceptual elements. Are task-related stimuli that individual must be able to interpret in order to assure successful performance. For example, operating an automobile and operating a speedboat, because they are both in operating situation, and the goal is to be able to do the task. And the other one is the conceptual elements, such as strategies, rules, guidelines, or concept. Some sports have similar rules and have similar strategic elements. For example, the archery and dart throwing, because the goal of these 2 acts is to bullseye the target. And this is my answer in question number 4. Outcome measure and process measure is must in assessing the progress of learners. For example, in outcome measure, when you are playing a flute, the outcome measure is playing a flute well and have a good sounds. And when it comes in process measure, when you are playing a flute is when the practitioner are practicing of how he or she play a flute. Or process measure will be the way of the practitioner of how to study the flute to have a good outcome.